The arena was massive. Thousands of aliens filled the seats, all waiting for the fights to begin, sat with her training group in the cadet section. She was young, only 19 years old, but already a strong fighter. Her skin had a slight blue tint, a gift from her alien heritage. Her eyes were dark and sharp. "Did you hear?" said Minyu, sitting next to her. "They let a human enter the tournament this year." The other cadets laughed. Everyone knew about humans. They were the new species in the Galactic Coalition. Weak, fragile, their bones broke easily. Their planet Earth was listed as a protected world because humans could not defend themselves against real threats. "A human," laughed Tu. "What's next? Are they going to let the food preparation species fight too?" The screens above the arena floor showed the first match. A tall creature with 4 arms walked out. The crowd cheered. Then the opponent appeared. He was human, smaller than everyone else. His skin was pale compared to the colorful aliens around him. He wore simple fighting clothes, not the advanced armor others used. The crowd started booing immediately. Someone threw food. The human did not react. He just walked to his position and waited. "Look at him," said loudly. "He looks scared already." The human's name appeared on the screen. From Earth, age 39, no family listed, no team, no sponsor. "He won't last 10 seconds, said another cadet. The fight began. The 4-armed alien rushed forward fast, very fast. The human did something strange. He fell down, just dropped to the ground like he was already knocked out. The alien stopped, confused. The referee moved closer to check. The moment the alien looked away, the human rolled and kicked the alien's leg joint. There was a crack. The alien screamed and fell. The crowd went silent. Then the booing got louder. "Cheap trick," shouted. "That doesn't count." But it did count. The alien could not stand. The referee called the match. The human won. Stood up slowly. His face showed nothing. No smile, no celebration. He just bowed slightly and walked out of the arena. "Lucky," Minyu said. "He got lucky. Next round will kill him." Agreed. She went back to her training that afternoon, but she could not focus. Something about the human bothered her. The way he moved. The way he thought differently than everyone else. 3 days later, the second round started. Made sure to get a good seat. She told herself she wanted to watch the human lose. That was all. Second opponent was a warrior. They were known for their strength and thick skin. They were like living rocks. Punching them hurt you more than it hurt them. "This is it," said to her friends. "The human dies now." The charged, but the human did not run. He did not attack, he just defended. He blocked and moved away, blocked and moved. They got angry and attacked harder, faster. The crowd loved it. Then the human did something nobody expected. He stopped defending. He let the hit him in the stomach. The human fell backward, coughing. They raised his arms in victory. But the human was not done. While they celebrated, the human grabbed something from the ground, sand from the arena floor. He threw it in the eyes. They screamed and covered his face. The human stood up and kicked him in the back of the knee. Once, twice, 3 times, same spot. They fell forward. His head hit the arena wall. He did not get up. The crowd exploded in anger. "Cheater," they screamed. "Dirty fighter." But the referee checked the rules. Nothing the human did was illegal. The match was his. Felt her face get hot. "He has no honor," she yelled. "He fights like a coward." But even as she said it, a small voice in her head whispered something different. "He fights like someone who wants to survive. He fights smart." She pushed that voice away. The human kept winning. Every 3 days, another match. Every time he used strange tactics. He pretended to be hurt. He used the environment. He tired out bigger opponents. He studied their patterns and found weaknesses. By the 4th round was at every match. She told her friends she wanted to see him finally lose. She booed louder than anyone. She made jokes about human weakness. She started arguments with anyone who said the human was skilled. But she watched. She watched everything he did. In the fifth round, fought a speed fighter. The alien moved so fast that cameras could barely follow. Everyone said this was impossible for the human. Speed was not a human strength. The match started. The speed fighter became a blur. The human stood in the center, turning slowly, just watching, getting hit sometimes but never falling. "What is he doing?" Minyu asked. Leaned forward, she saw it before others did. The human was learning the pattern. The speed fighter attacked from the same angles, same rhythm. The human was counting. Suddenly, the human moved. His hand shot out at exactly the right moment. He grabbed the speed fighter's arm as he passed, used the alien's own speed to throw him into the wall. The speed fighter hit hard. He slid down and did not move. The crowd's booing was mixed now. Some aliens were actually cheering. Not many, but some. Did not boo this time. She sat quietly, staring at the human as he left the arena. Something was changing in her mind, but she did not want to admit it. That night she could not sleep. She kept seeing the fights. The human never won with strength. He won with thinking, with patience, with refusing to give up even when everyone said he should. She had called him weak, but was he, or was she wrong about what strength meant? The next morning went to the records office. She wanted to know more about this human, where he came from, why he was here, what he wanted. But when she searched for his file, most of it was locked. Military records sealed, family history sealed. Only basic information was available. That was strange, very strange. She tried to forget about it. She went to training. She practiced with her combat group, but her mind kept going back to the human fighter. 2 weeks later, reached the quarterfinals. Only 8 fighters remained. The human was one of them. Sat in the front row now. She did not boo anymore, she just watched and wondered. Who was this human really? And why did watching him fight make her feel like she was missing something important? Started going to the training halls early in the morning. She told herself it was for her own practice, but really she was looking for the human, trained alone, always in the same corner. He moved through combat forms slowly, carefully, nothing flashy, just basic movements done perfectly. She watched him from across the room. He never noticed her, or if he did not show it. "You are watching him again," said one morning, making jump. "I am not watching him. I am studying his weaknesses." Sure smiled. "That is why you have not insulted him in 2 weeks. Felt her face get warm. "I just have nothing new to say. He is still pathetic." But she did not believe her own words anymore. That evening went home to her apartment. Her mother was there, which was rare. Captain commanded a coalition fleet ship and was usually in space. She only came home between assignments. Mother said, putting down her training bag, "You are back early." Stood by the window looking out at the city lights. She seemed tired. "My ship is in dock for repairs. I have a few weeks of leave." They ate dinner together, talked about her training, her upcoming tests, her friends, normal things. Then she mentioned the tournament. "There is a human in the finals bracket," said. "Can you believe it? A human actually made it to the quarterfinals." Her mother's hand stopped moving. The fork hung in the air for a moment, then carefully put it down. "A human." Her mother's voice was quiet, too quiet. "Yes, his name is. He fights in strange ways, but he keeps winning. Everyone is talking about it." Stood up suddenly. "I do not want you watching those matches anymore." Blinked. "What? Why?" "Because I said so. You need to focus on your own training, not waste time watching tournament fights." "But mother, everyone watches." "I do not care what everyone does." His voice was sharp. She never raised her voice. "You will not attend any more matches. That is final." Stared at her mother, looked upset, actually upset. This was not normal. "Yes, mother," said quietly. That night lay in bed thinking. Her mother's reaction was too strong, too emotional. Something was wrong. The next day, went to the military records building. She worked there part-time as a cadet, filing documents and organizing data. She had access to basic information systems. She searched for again, still mostly locked, but she found something new. His military service record showed he fought in the First Contact War. That was 20 years ago when humans first met the Coalition. It was a short war. Humans lost badly. Had been a soldier then, young, only 19, the same age was now. She dug deeper, found news articles from that time. The war had been terrible. Many Coalition soldiers died because they underestimated human weapons. Humans were weak in body, but their technology was dangerous. Chemical weapons, nuclear bombs, biological agents, things that civilized species did not use. One article mentioned prisoners, Coalition officers captured by human forces. The article said most were rescued when the war ended. Felt a strange feeling in her stomach. She searched for her mother's service record. Captain had also fought in the First Contact War. She had been a junior officer, age 22. Her files showed she was captured by human forces and held for 6 months before being released during peace negotiations. Sat back in her chair. Her mother had been a prisoner during the same war fought in. That was a connection, but what did it mean? She wanted to ask her mother directly, but had been acting strange, distant. Every time came home, her mother was watching something on her personal screen. When got close, would turn it off quickly. 3 days later was quarterfinal match. Had promised not to go, but she could not help herself. She went anyway, sitting in a different section where her mother would not see her if she checked. The match was brutal. His opponent was twice his size and covered in natural armor plating. The fight lasted 30 minutes. The human got thrown around like a toy, but he kept getting up, kept moving, kept thinking. In the end, won by forcing the opponent out of bounds. The armored fighter was stronger, but the human was smarter about positioning. As watched limp out of the arena, she noticed something. In the VIP observation deck, someone was standing alone at the window. Someone in a Coalition fleet captain's uniform. Her mother. Captain was watching the match. Her face was pressed close to the glass. Even from far away could see the expression: pain, worry, sadness. Why would her mother care so much about a human fighter? Left before the match ended. She went home quickly. When came back 2 hours later, pretended to be studying. "Did you have a good day?" asked. "Yes, just studying. You?" "I had some work at the fleet building." Her mother's voice was normal, too normal. Decided to push. The human fighter won again. I saw it on the news feed. His jaw tightened. "I told you not to follow those matches." "I am not following them. The news talks about it everywhere. He is famous now. Some people call him the survivor, others call him the trickster." "He is just a fighter," said quietly. "Nothing special." But the way she said it, the tone, it was wrong, like she was trying to convince herself. Mother said carefully, "Did you know him during the war?" Turned to look at her daughter. For a moment, real fear showed in her eyes. Then it was gone, hidden behind the captain's mask. "Why would you ask that?" "Because you are acting strange. Because he fought in the same war you did. Because you watch his matches but tell me not to." "I do not watch his matches." "I saw you said, today in the VIP deck." The silence in the room was heavy. His face went through several expressions. Anger, fear, sadness. Finally, she just looked tired. "It is complicated," said. "Then explain it to me." "I cannot." "Why not? I am not a child anymore." Walked to the window. She stood there for a long time, not speaking. When she finally talked, her voice was very soft. "Some things from the past should stay in the past. Some doors should stay closed." "But they are not closed," said. "That human is here. You are watching him. Something is happening." "Nothing is happening. He will finish the tournament and leave. That is all." "Do you want him to leave?" Shoulders shook just a little. What I want does not matter, it never did. Stood up and walked to her mother. What happened during the war? What happened between you and him? Nothing, whispered, but her eyes were wet. Captain, who never cried, had tears in her eyes. Felt her world tilting. Something big was hidden here, something that changed everything. Tell me the truth, said, please. Shook her head. Not yet, I am not ready, just promise me you will stay away from him. Do not talk to him, do not go near him. Why? Because I am asking you to. Because I am your mother, please. Had never heard her mother beg before. It scared her. Okay, said, I promise. But even as she said it, she knew it was a lie. She could not stay away, not now, not when she was so close to understanding. Something connected her mother and the human fighter, something from 20 years ago, something important enough to make her mother cry. Would find out what it was, no matter what it took. Broke her promise the next day. She went to the training halls at dawn when she knew would be there. She had questions. She needed answers. He was in his usual corner, moving through combat forms. Up close, she could see the scars on his arms and neck. Old wounds, war wounds. His face looked older than 39, like he had lived much longer. Walked toward him. Her heart was beating fast. She did not know what she would say. Stopped moving. He turned to look at her. His eyes were dark brown, almost black. They showed nothing. You are, he said. His voice was quiet and rough. She stopped. How do you know my name? You have been watching my matches. You used to shout insults. Now you just watch. He picked up a towel and wiped his face. What do you want? Felt anger flash through her. I want to know why you are here, why you entered this tournament. To fight. No, there is more. There is always more. She stepped closer. You knew my mother during the war. I know you did. His face changed, just for a second. Pain crossed his features, then it was gone. I knew many people during the war, he said. But you knew Captain, you knew her specially. Tell me how. Turned away. Go back to your training, cadet. This does not concern you. It does concern me. She is my mother. She cries when she watches you fight. She orders me to stay away from you. Why? Because she is smart, said quietly. You should listen to her. I will not listen until someone tells me the truth. Looked at her again, really looked. His eyes moved over her face, studying every feature. His expression changed to something like wonder and pain, deep pain. You look just like her, he whispered. Exactly like her, same eyes, same face shape, same way of standing. Felt cold. What are you talking about? Before could answer, the training hall doors slammed open. Captain stood there, still in her uniform. Her face was white with anger. Get away from my daughter, said. Her voice was ice. Stepped back immediately. He bowed his head. Captain. I told you to stay away from her. We had an agreement. She came to me. I did not seek her out. Walked forward fast. She grabbed his arm. We are leaving now. No, pulled away. Not until someone explains what is happening. What agreement? Why does he know about me? Please. No, I am tired of secrets. I am tired of lies. Looked between her mother and you knew each other. During the war, something happened. What was it? His face crumpled. The captain's mask fell away. Underneath was just a woman, a scared woman. Please, whispered. Not here, not like this. Then where? When? You keep saying later, but later never comes. Spoke quietly. She deserves to know she is not a child. Do not tell me what my daughter deserves. His voice broke. You have no right. I have every right. Calm shattered. His voice rose. She is my daughter too. The world stopped. Felt like she could not breathe. The words echoed in her head. My daughter too. My daughter too. My daughter too. What? His voice was tiny. Made a sound like a wounded animal. She covered her face with her hands. Closed his eyes. I am sorry. I did not want you to find out this way. You are lying, said, but her voice shook. You are lying. My father died before I was born in the war, Mother told me. I told you that to protect you, said through her hands. To protect us both. Protect us from what? Looked at, from him. From the truth, lowered her hands. Her face was wet with tears. From what we did, from what I did. His legs felt weak. She sat down hard on a training bench. Tell me everything right now. Sat down next to her daughter, stood apart, giving them space. The captain took a deep breath. 20 years ago, I was captured during a raid on a human military base. I was young, scared. The humans were angry because we had bombed their cities. They wanted revenge. I was assigned to guard the prisoners, said. I was just a regular soldier, 19 years old. When I saw what some of my commanders wanted to do to the prisoners, I could not allow it. He protected me, said softly. When others wanted to hurt us, he stood in the way. He brought us food, water, medicine. He treated us like people, not enemies. They called me a traitor, said, beat me, locked me up with the prisoners, but I did not care. What they wanted to do was wrong. Looked at, we talked every day for 6 months. We were both prisoners in our own ways. We became friends, then more than friends. We fell in love, said simply. In the middle of a war, in the worst possible situation, but we did. When the peace talks started, I was released, continued. We promised we would find each other again. We promised we would be together. But, whispered. But the coalition command found out about our relationship, his voice hardened. They said it was treason, fraternizing with the enemy. They gave me a choice, end it completely or lose everything. My rank, my career, my family would be shamed. I would be branded a traitor. And you chose your career, said flatly. I chose survival, said. I was young and scared and stupid. They told me humans were just a temporary problem, that in a few years Earth would be isolated and forgotten, that what I had was just wartime emotion, not real. I tried to find her, said, for years, but Earth was quarantined. Humans were not allowed to leave our solar system. I was marked as a traitor. No one would help me. I thought you had forgotten me, said. Moved on. I tried to move on too, but I could not. Looked at her mother. When did you know you were pregnant? 3 months after I got back. I hid it as long as I could. Then I claimed it was from a casual relationship with another officer. No one questioned it. Did you ever try to tell him? Pointed at. Shook her head. I could not. Earth was closed, and I thought it was better if he did not know. Better for him, better for you. Stood up. She felt dizzy, angry, confused. So you lied to me my whole life. You told me my father was dead. I thought it was kinder than the truth. The truth that my father was alive, that he was human, that you abandoned him. Please. No, turn to. And you came here for what? To see her, to fight in a tournament you know you cannot win. I came because it was the only way a human could enter coalition space legally, said. The tournament is open to all species. I trained for 15 years, became the best fighter on Earth, all for the chance to come here. Why? Demanded. Why now? Because I needed to know, said quietly. I needed to know if she ever thought of me, if what we had was real. I spent 20 years wondering. I could not die without knowing. And now you know, said bitterly. She had your child and never told you. She lied to everyone, including me. I know I made mistakes, said. I know I hurt both of you. I was a coward. I am still a coward. Looked at them both. Her mother crying. The human fighter standing straight but looking broken inside. These were her parents, both of them, and neither of them had been honest with her. I need time, said. I need to think. She walked toward the door, stopped, turned back. The semifinals are in 3 days, she said too. Are you going to fight? He nodded. Good, said. Because I want to see what kind of man my father really is. I want to see if you quit when things get hard, like she did. The words were cruel, knew it, but she was hurt and angry and needed to hurt someone back. She left the training hall and did not look back. Did not go home for 2 days. She stayed with, claiming her apartment had a broken heater. She did not answer her mother's messages. She did not sleep well. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw his face. The way he looked at her, like she was precious, like she was a miracle he never expected to see. She was half human. The thought made her feel strange. All her life she had been proud of her alien heritage, the blue tint to her skin, her enhanced reflexes, her strength. But now she knew half of her came from the species she had mocked and insulted. Half of her came from the man she had called weak and pathetic for weeks. The irony made her sick. On the third day, sat down next to her. "Are you going to tell me what is wrong?" "Family problems. Your mother and my father." Looked confused. "I thought your father was dead." "I thought so too," stood up. "I need to go somewhere, thank you for letting me stay." She went to the military records building, used her access codes to dig deeper into the files about the First Contact War. She found reports from the prisoner exchange. Captain's name was there, released after 6 months in human custody. The report noted she was in good health, no torture, no mistreatment. That was unusual. Other prisoners had been hurt badly, but was fine because someone protected her, protected her. Found his service record, not the locked parts but the public sections, had been discharged from the military after the war, dishonorably discharged. Reason: refusal to follow orders and collaboration with enemy forces. He had lost everything for protecting coalition prisoners, for protecting Smother. She found more. After the war had worked as a security guard, a factory worker, a construction laborer, low-paying jobs, hard jobs, all while training. Every free moment spent learning to fight, getting stronger, getting better. For 15 years, all to enter this tournament, all for a chance to see again. Sat back in her chair. She had called him pathetic, but this man had given up his honor, his career, his whole life for love. And when he finally got his chance, he found out the woman he loved had his child and never told him. How did that feel? What kind of pain was that? The semi-final match was that evening. She sat in the front row. Her mother was already there in the VIP section. Their eyes met across the arena, looked tired and sad, looked away. His opponent was the favorite to win the whole tournament, a champion named. He had won the tournament 3 times before. He was massive, fast, and brutal. He had never lost a match in his entire career. The crowd cheered when entered. They were silent when walked out. The human looked small. He had bruises from his last fight, a bandage on his left arm. He limped slightly, but his face was calm. Found herself leaning forward. The match began. Did not waste time. He charged forward like a meteor. His first punch would have killed most fighters. Rolled away, barely. The fist hit the ground where he had been standing. The arena floor cracked. Laughed, "Run, human. It will make this more fun." But did not run. He circled, watched, learned. Attacked again and again. Each strike was deadly. Each time dodged or blocked just enough. He took hits, small ones, testing, learning how much damage he could take. "What is he doing?" someone behind asked. "He is studying," said quietly. "He is learning the pattern." 5 minutes passed. 10 was bleeding now. His defense was getting slower. The crowd sensed the end coming. Then changed his strategy. Instead of defending, he attacked. Not's body, that was too strong. He attacked the knees, the ankles, the joints. Quick strikes, hit and move away. Hit and move. Was strong, but he was not fast. Each time he tried to grab the human was already gone. 15 minutes, 20, was getting frustrated. His attacks became wilder, less controlled. Kept hitting the same knee, over and over the same spot. "That will not work," someone said. "Bones are too strong." But understood. He is not trying to break the bone. He is damaging the muscle and ligaments around it. At 25 minutes, left leg started to wobble, just a little, but it was there. Saw it too. He changed tactics again. Now he focused only on that leg, every attack, every strike. Roared in anger. He caught with a backhand strike that sent the human flying across the arena. Hit the wall hard. He fell and did not move. The referee started counting. 1, 2, 3. Gripped her seat. Get up, she thought, get up. 4, 5, 6. His hand moved. He pushed himself up slowly. His face was bleeding, but he stood. Charged, but his left leg collapsed. He fell forward, stepped to the side and kicked the damaged knee with everything he had. There was a pop, screamed. He could not stand. The referee called the match. The arena erupted. Half the crowd was booing. Half was cheering. The human had done it. He had beaten the champion. Did not celebrate. He walked over to and offered his hand. You fought with honor. Stared at him, then he took the hand. You are not what I expected, human. None of us are, said. Medical teams helped both fighters off the arena floor. As past the front row, his eyes found. He stopped, just for a moment. I am sorry, he said quietly. For all of it, I never wanted to hurt you. Felt tears in her eyes. She blinked them away. Why did you keep fighting? You could have given up. The match was 25 minutes. You proved your point. Because giving up is not what humans do, said. We are not the strongest, not the fastest, but we do not quit. That is what makes us human. He walked away, helped by medics. Sat there crying. She did not even try to hide it anymore. Her mother appeared next to her, sat down, keeping distance between them. He never forgot me, said softly. For 20 years he never moved on, never married, never had another family, just waited and hoped. Why did you make him wait? Asked. Because I was afraid of what people would say, of what it would mean for my career, of being weak, wiped her own tears. I told myself I was being practical, smart, but I was just a coward. Yes, said, you were. Flinched but nodded, I know. They sat in silence for a while. The arena was emptying around them. He fights in the finals in 3 days, said. Against the reigning champion, he will probably lose. I know. Are you going to tell him about me, about these 20 years? What is there to tell? Said bitterly. That I loved him but chose my career, that I had his child and lied to her, that I wasted 20 years because I was too scared to be honest. You could start with I am sorry, said. Sorry is not enough. Maybe not, but it is a start. Stood up, she looked down at her mother. I am going to talk to him. I am going to know my father. I do not care what people think. I do not care about secrets anymore. Dad? You can join us or not. That is your choice. But I am done letting fear make decisions for me. Walked away. For the first time in days, she felt like she could breathe. Found in the medical wing. He was sitting on a bed while a doctor checked his ribs. The entire left side of his body was covered in bruises. His face was swollen. Can I talk to you? Asked from the doorway. The doctor looked annoyed. He needs rest. It is okay, said. Give us a moment. The doctor left, muttering about stubborn humans, gestured to a chair, sat down. For a long time, neither of them spoke. I am sorry, they both said at the same time. That broke the tension, almost smiled. What are you sorry for? For the things I said, for mocking you, for calling you weak and pathetic. Looked at her hands. I said terrible things, and you are my father. You did not know. That does not make it okay. Was quiet for a moment. You were right in a way, I am weak. Compared to most species, humans are fragile, we break easily, we die easily, we are not built for war. But you fought anyway. Because that is what humans do. We are good at fighting losing battles. We are good at being stubborn. Looked at him. Why did you come here, really? You could have moved on, found someone else, had a normal life. I tried, said. For 5 years I tried to forget. I worked. I trained. I told myself it was just wartime emotion, that your mother and I did not really love each other. But every night I would remember her face, the way she laughed at my terrible jokes, the way she held my hand when she was scared, the way she made me believe I could be better than what the war wanted me to be. His voice got soft. She saved me, not the other way around. I was becoming a monster like the others, but loving her reminded me what it meant to be human. Felt her throat tighten. She still loves you, I saw it in her face. She never stopped. Love is not enough sometimes. She made her choice. I do not blame her. You should, said. She hurt you. She kept me from you. You should be angry. For many years I was very angry, but anger is heavy. I got tired of carrying it. Looked at, finding out about you. That is different. That hurts in a new way. I am sorry you missed my childhood. I am sorry you grew up without a father. You deserved better. They sat in silence again. This time it felt comfortable. The final match is in 3 days, said. Your opponent he has never been beaten. He is faster than and smarter too. I know. You will probably lose. I know that too. Then why fight? Looked out the window. Because I came here to prove something. Not to the galaxy, to myself. I needed to know if I could stand in an arena with the best fighters in known space and not quit. I needed to know if I was still the man your mother fell in love with, or if war broke me. And now you know. Now I know I'm still trying to be that man. The final 3 days passed quickly, visited every day. They talked about everything, his life on Earth, her training, what he remembered about the war, what she remembered about growing up. He told her about human culture, music, food, history, things she had never learned because humans were considered unimportant. She told him about her life, her friends, her dreams of becoming a ship captain like her mother, her fear that she was not good enough. You are good enough, said. You are my daughter, stubborn runs in the family. On the night before the final match appeared at the medical wing. She stood in the doorway, looking uncertain. May I come in? She asked. And looked at each other, nodded. Sat down across from them. She looked older than remembered, tired. I have been thinking, said, about what I want to say, what words could possibly be enough. She took a breath. But there are no words, so I will just say the simple truth. I am sorry. I was wrong. I hurt both of you because I was afraid, and I will regret that for the rest of my life. Nodded slowly. I forgive you. Looked shocked, just like that. Just like that. Life is too short for holding grudges. I learned that the hard way. I do not deserve your forgiveness. Probably not, but I am giving it anyway. That is my choice. Started crying, stood up, wincing from his injuries, and hugged her. She held on to him like she was drowning and he was solid ground. Watched her parents hold each other. It was strange and sad and beautiful all at once. The day of the final match arrived. The arena was packed. Every seat was full. Cameras from every coalition world were watching. Sat in the front row, sat next to her. For the first time they were together publicly, mother and daughter, supporting the human fighter. People noticed, people whispered, did not care. Entered the arena to massive cheers. He was the reigning champion, undefeated for 5 years. He looked like living metal, all sharp edges and perfect form. Then walked out. The crowd's reaction was different than before. Some still booed, but many cheered. The human had earned their respect. Held up a sign, simple words, show them what humans can do. Saw her, saw for just a moment he smiled. Then his face became calm and focused. The match began. It was brutal from the start. Was everything people said, fast, strong, smart. He did not make mistakes, he did not have weaknesses. But fought anyway. He used every trick, every strategy, every bit of knowledge he had gained from his previous matches. 10 minutes in, he was bleeding. 20 minutes, he was limping. 30 minutes, the crowd was silent. watching the human refuse to stay down. Knocked him down, got up, knocked him down again, got up again, and again, and again. "Stay down," human said. "You have proven your courage. There is no shame in stopping now." "There is no stopping," said through broken teeth, "only moving forward." The match went to 40 minutes, 45. The arena was mesmerized. They had never seen anyone last this long against. Could not win, everyone knew it, but he would not quit. At 47 minutes made one last attack, a desperate move, easily countered it and delivered a final strike that sent the human crashing to the ground. This time did not get up, he could not, his body had given everything. The referee counted, called the match, was still champion. But the crowd was roaring, not for the human who lasted 47 minutes, for the fighter who never quit. Medical teams rushed out. As they lifted onto a stretcher, he turned his head, found and in the crowd. "Worth it," he mouthed. Then he passed out. 3 months later stood in the spaceport. She wore the uniform of an Earth Military Academy cadet. Her bags were packed. She was going home, to her father's home. Stood next to her, also in civilian clothes. She had resigned her commission. After 20 years, she was choosing love over career. "Are you sure?" asked her mother. "I wasted 20 years being sure of the wrong things," said. "It is time to be sure of the right things." Waited at the gate. His injuries had healed. He was smiling, really smiling. The three of them walked onto the ship together. A family, finally. Behind them in the arena district, a new statue was being built. It showed a human fighter standing despite his wounds. The plaque read, "Of Earth, he taught us that strength is not about winning. It is about refusing to quit." The galaxy had learned something from the human. They learned that the weakest species could teach the strongest what courage really meant. And in a small apartment on Earth started her training at the military academy. Her instructors were surprised by her methods. She fought like humans, smart, patient, stubborn. When asked where she learned it, she smiled and said, "From my father. He taught me that being human is not about being strong. It is about being unbreakable." The other cadets laughed at first, but after training with her, after seeing her refuse to quit no matter what, they stopped laughing. They started learning. And slowly the galaxy began to understand. Humans were not weak. They were something else entirely, something the galaxy needed. They were survivors. They were teachers. They were proof that strength comes in many forms. Graduated top of her class 3 years later. Her mother became an advisor on human-alien relations. Her father opened a combat school that taught both human and alien students. The family that war tried to destroy became the family that helped heal the wounds between species. And every night, when looked at the stars, she remembered what her father told her in that medical wing. "We are not the strongest, not the fastest, but we do not quit. That is what makes us human, and that is enough." It was enough. It had always been enough.